Tuesday, September 9th, is no ordinary day in Salem. Secrets are challenged, alliances are tested, and emotions threaten to spill over. EJ puts Chad on the spot with questions that could fracture the DeMera family, while Stephanie's big victory may hide cracks beneath the celebration. Xander and Philip inch toward an uneasy alliance, but danger lurks in every word. Gabby pushes Tony too far, and Theo's return carries both comfort and risk. Who will rise, who will fall, and what truths are about to be exposed? Family loyalty in Salem has always been a fragile thing, and Tuesday's episode thrusts that fragility under the spotlight once again. At the DeMera mansion, EJ confronts his younger brother with words designed to cut deep. He accuses Chad of harboring feelings for Kat, feelings Chad has tried to bury under denial and duty. Chad's response is instant: anger, denial, and a refusal to admit what his heart betrays. He claims Kat is nothing more than a friend, a complicated woman in need of guidance. But EJ is relentless. He points to the undeniable signs: the way Chad instinctively shields her from criticism, the subtle shift in his voice whenever she enters a conversation, the protective glance that lingers just a moment too long. What begins as an accusation soon becomes a tug-of-war over truth itself. EJ insists that Chad's attachment threatens to destabilize the DeMera family, already fractured by power struggles and secrets. Chad counters with sharp words of his own, accusing EJ of hypocrisy. After all, EJ's romantic and political entanglements have caused their family no shortage of chaos. The room crackles with tension, each brother circling the other with words sharper than knives. EJ wants acknowledgement, Chad wants control. And beneath it all lies a question with no easy answer: is Chad truly blind to his own emotions, or is EJ twisting the situation to maintain dominance? For viewers, the scene is more than sibling rivalry, it's a glimpse into the complicated heart of Salem itself, where love, loyalty, and betrayal are always bound together. The battle between EJ and Chad is only beginning, and Kat stands at the center of a storm that could consume them both. Across town, the mood shifts to celebration, though Salem rarely allows joy to shine without shadows creeping in. Stephanie Johnson, at last, can savor the sweetness of success. Her first novel has struck a chord, earning her the recognition she's worked years to achieve. For Stephanie, this isn't just about book sales, it's validation, proof that her voice matters. By her side, Alex Kuriakis radiates pride. His eyes light up as he showers her with praise, calling her brilliant, talented, unstoppable. He talks about her future with such enthusiasm that it almost feels like he's mapping it out for her. Alex urges her to think ahead, to consider what her second book could be, to keep building momentum before the spotlight fades. Stephanie, glowing in the moment, appreciates his encouragement, but viewers can sense the complexity beneath their smiles. Alex's support is genuine, yet tinged with possessiveness. There's a subtle shift in his tone that suggests he sees her success as an extension of himself, as though her triumph validates him too. Their celebration scene is layered, champagne glasses clink, laughter fills the air, but tension lingers in the subtext. Stephanie loves that Alex believes in her, but will she start to feel pressure under the weight of his expectations? Will his constant push for "what's next" overshadow her ability to enjoy the present? Tuesday's storyline captures both the beauty and the risk of ambition in Salem. Stephanie's star is rising, but with Alex tethered so closely to her journey, the future may hold as many challenges as it does victories. Fans are left to wonder: will success draw them closer, or will it quietly sow the seeds of conflict that could test their bond in ways neither of them expects? In the cutthroat world of Titan, rivals rarely put aside their differences, but Tuesday's episode delivers a moment Salem fans never thought they'd see. Xander Cook and Philip Kuriakis, men who have spent years clashing over power, pride, and family legacy, begin to realize they might need each other more than they'd like to admit. The planted bug at Titan has forced their hands. At first, the conversation between them drips with hostility. Old wounds surface, Philip scoffing at Xander's lack of polish and shady history, Xander sneering at Philip's failures and frequent disappearances. The weight of their grudges hangs in the air like a loaded weapon, ready to go off at any second. Yet necessity changes the tone. Both men know the stakes are higher than personal vendettas. The company's future, their reputations, and the Kuryaki's name itself are on the line. Slowly, grudging respect emerges. Philip begins to see that Xander's brute strength, dogged persistence, and willingness to fight dirty could be the muscle they need. Xander, in turn, acknowledges Philip's strategic mind, his calculated approach, and his ability to play the long game. For viewers, it's a thrill to watch this fragile truce form. These are two men cut from very different cloths, one raw and unpolished, the other slick and controlled, but together, they create a volatile blend that could be either unstoppable or catastrophic. And at the center of it all? Gabby Hernandez. Both men recognize her manipulative fingerprints all over the scheme, and suspicion hardens into determination. If this alliance holds, Gabby may soon face a storm she cannot outmaneuver. But in Salem, alliances built on shaky trust can collapse with a single betrayal. Tuesday teases the beginning of a partnership, but whether it becomes salvation or self-destruction remains to be seen. While Xander and Philip begin to circle each other with cautious respect, Gabby Hernandez finds herself trapped in a different kind of battle, one against her own impatience. Her secret arrangement with Tony DiMera is supposed to guarantee her power, but waiting has never been in Gabby's nature. On Tuesday, her frustration boils over as she demands Tony speed up the next phase of their plan. Tony, however, is unshakable. He listens calmly, his demeanor cool and controlled, before firmly insisting that strategy requires patience. To him, every move must be measured, every risk carefully weighed. He warns Gabby that pushing too fast could unravel everything they've worked to build. But Gabby is restless. The thought of losing momentum terrifies her, and her hunger for control makes delay feel like weakness. Her words are sharp, her eyes flashing with determination. She doesn't just want to stay in the game, she wants to win it now, before anyone else has the chance to turn the tables. The exchange reveals the fragility of their partnership. Tony may be the strategist, but Gabby is the force of will, and that clash of styles creates a dangerous friction. Salem viewers know this pattern well. Gabby's ambition has toppled empires and destroyed alliances before. Will history repeat itself? For fans, the tension is thick with possibilities. If Gabby grows tired of Tony's careful pacing, she may act on her own, making a reckless move that even Tony cannot control. On the other hand, if she swallows her impatience and follows his lead, the results could bring her more power than she's ever held. Tuesday's scenes leave no doubt. This alliance is a ticking time bomb. The only question is who will light the fuse first, Tony with his secrets, or Gabby with her relentless drive. Tuesday's episode closes with a return that feels both heartwarming and ominous. Theo Carver steps back into Salem, carrying the weight of recent heartbreak. His split with Claire Brady has left a visible mark. There's a heaviness in his eyes, a quiet sadness in his demeanor. For fans who have watched Theo grow up on screen, his return is bittersweet, a reminder that even the gentlest souls are not spared from Salem's relentless trials. But Salem is also home, and Theo is welcomed back with open arms. Abe and Paulina immediately rally around him, offering reassurance and love. Their scenes bring warmth and tenderness, grounding Theo in the strength of family. They remind him that, no matter the personal storms he faces, he will never have to face them alone. It's a moving reminder of the Carver family's enduring bond. Yet even as Theo finds comfort, another thread begins to weave him into darker territory. Tony DiMera summons him for a private conversation, cloaked in mystery. The meeting hums with intrigue. Tony's proposal isn't fully revealed, but the gravity of his words suggests it's more than a simple business pitch. The DiMera name rarely comes without strings, and fans immediately sense the danger. For viewers, Theo's return sparks conflicting emotions. His kindness and loyalty make him a character fans want to protect, but Salem rarely allows innocence to stay untouched. If he accepts Tony's offer, he risks being pulled into a labyrinth of schemes and betrayals that could crush him. If he refuses, he may miss a chance at influence and purpose. Tuesday's ending reminds us that Salem's homecomings are never simple. Behind the hugs and reassurances, shadows linger. Theo's journey could become one of healing, or one of entrapment. And only time will reveal which path he's about to walk. Tuesday, September 9th, ties Salem's storylines together in a tapestry woven with fire, ambition, and uncertainty. EJ pushes Chad into a corner, forcing him to face emotions he desperately wants to bury. Stephanie enjoys a career-defining triumph, but her celebration with Alex hints at complications that could creep in beneath the champagne smiles. Xander and Philip forge a fragile truce, driven by shared suspicion, while Gabby's impatience threatens to ignite her alliance with Tony into something uncontrollable. And then comes Theo, the heart of the episode's closing. His return brings light and warmth, but also the ominous pull of DiMera intrigue. Family embraces him, yet Tony's shadow looms large with promises that may cost more than Theo realizes. As the credits draw near, Salem proves once again that no storyline ends neatly. Every victory hides a price, every embrace carries risk, and every return is a gamble. Tuesday ensures the stage is set for battles that will ripple through the days ahead.